My goal for the next 31 hours is to gain 31 pounds. If I can reach 31 pounds before the 31 hours are up, then this will be the most amount of weight I've gained from a food challenge. What I put into my body over the next 31 hours is incredibly important. I could eat a bunch of watermelon and chug a bunch of water to spike my body weight, but instead, I'm gonna be eating as much tasty food as possible. You'll find out why this was a very bad decision very shortly. After hopping on the scale, my starting weight for this challenge was 170.4 pounds. This means that to successfully complete the challenge, my body weight has to be over 201.4 pounds. Now the 31 hours officially begins. It's time to eat. Whew! All right, everybody, it is time to get this party officially started. Let's make some bad decisions. All right, everybody, let's get this started in 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Given that I was about to obliterate my taste buds with a bunch of sugar and sodium, I decided to start with the cinnamon rolls because they're one of my favorite foods ever. All right, cinnamon rolls are down. Those were absolutely magnificent. Now I'm gonna try out a chocolate scone for the first time in my entire life. Not bad. The dryness of the chocolate scones was what put me off the most, but I took them down anyways and moved on to the next item. All right, chocolate scones are down. Now I'm gonna head on over to some tasty French fries. I actually can't eat those like that. Let's go ahead and do a lot of ketchup, just like so. And salt is going to be crucial in this challenge. Let's just throw some salt on, just like that, just a little bit. Exercise. I thought you meant extra salty French fries. After a few minutes of eating these fries, I deeply regretted all the ketchup and salt I just put on them. Woo. Holy crap, those are salty. Wow. Unfortunately, eating large amounts of salt like this straight up is pretty hard to get down. Everyone, I'm like almost on the brink of tears because there was literally so much salt in my mouth right now. Oh. But using my sugary Pepsi, I was able to get the fries down and move on to one of the items I was looking forward to the most. Right, our plate of very salty French fries are down. There's two types of people in this world. People that love cherry pies and people that love apple pies. Comment below what pie flavor you are. Personally, apple pie has a special place in my heart. These prepackaged fruit pies were one of my favorite things to eat as a kid. I can remember taking down 3 or 4 of these every day for lunch. And after seeing that each one of these has about 500 calories, that was probably why I was a bit chunky. Pies are down. Now I'm gonna get on over to an item I'm very curious about. We have the Fruit by the Foot Starburst. And I always love Fruit by the Foot, and I've always loved Starburst. We all know the pink Starburst is the best Starburst. Comment below if you agree with me. Not bad. After struggling for a few seconds, I remembered how you're supposed to eat Fruit by the Foot. These probably weren't the best choice for a weight gain challenge, but I've never had them before, and I wanted to give them a shot. Not bad. I would give them a 6 out of 10. After the Fruit by the Foot, it was time to move on to the mega slice of pizza. This pizza was absolutely amazing, but it wasn't nearly as amazing as what I had next. Great slice of pizza's down. We made it to the final item that I'm most excited about. We have a triple chocolate tiger cake. I always struggle with whether or not I should eat like a savage or like a human being. Go big or go home. And then I remember I do food challenges. After a few messy bites, I decided to eat this cake like normal. Goodness gracious, this cake is legendary. Meal number 1 is officially complete. So it looks like we are just at the 3-hour mark for the challenge. I'm actually really curious what my weight's gonna be, so let's go check it. A few minutes later, I was very excited to see that I was already a quarter of the way to my goal. That excitement was very short-lived, because when I woke up the next morning and weighed in, I realized that I had lost almost 3 pounds. This was absolutely unacceptable. I had almost 23 pounds to gain over the next day. This was gonna be rough. It's time for breakfast. 2 iced caramel macchiatos, 2 everything bagels, please, with cream cheese, 2 glazed donuts, please, 3 of your banana nut. Yeah, awesome, thanks so much.
Have a great day.
You too. So since I began the challenge last night, we are currently at the 19-hour mark, which means I have a lot of work to do over the next few hours. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Starbucks' banana nut bread. 3, 2, 1. For this meal, I decided to shift my focus from sodium to carbs. I decided to start with a very dense banana nut bread before moving on to Starbucks' old-fashioned donuts, which I wasn't so sure I would like. All right, banana nut bread is down.
That was tasty. Now it's time for me to get on over to their donuts. To be honest, I can't remember how their donuts taste, but I have them, so here we go. Yeah.
Not the best donuts I've ever had in my life, but I decided to take them down anyways.
Now it's time to head on over to my bagels. You either love everything bagels or you despise them. To be quite honest, I've always despised them, but Starbucks was out of regular bagels today, so I had to do what I had to do.
Despite not being an Everything Bagel fan, carbohydrates were going to be very important today. So I decided to take down the Everything Bagels before moving on to the Welch's fruit snacks next.
I'll pick that up later.
I didn't want to fill myself up with too much bread early on, so I chose these fruit snacks, which are very high in carbs and very not filling.
Finally getting some fruit in.
Ooh. I was then very surprised to see that this yogurt was actually a great source of calcium and vitamin D.
That's awesome. All right, next it's time to get into my conchas. No, I don't mean conscious, I mean conchas.
Conchas is a sweet bread, but it's not sweet enough for me, so I needed to add something very important.
It had to happen.
I was very excited to try this combo.
I love honey.
Let's just say that the Manuka honey and Conchas combo was life-changing.
W-O-W.
Usually I'd be decorating this bread with peanut butter.
Ooh.
But I wanted to use this honey to get more carbs in for the day. After finishing off the bread, it was time to move on to another item I was looking forward to.
Well, wow. Goodness, that was sweet. There is nothing like the smell of Reese's Puffs. 3, 2, 1.
The Reese's Puffs tasted just like Reese's Puffs. After a few minutes, I decided to make some adjustments by adding in some honey.
I had to do it.
And let me just say that this was a sweetness overload.
Woo.
Over the next few minutes, I plowed through the rest of the cereal and had taken down just under 9,000 calories.
And just like that, everybody, meal number 2 is officially complete. Excuse me. It's currently almost 1:30 right now, which means that I have until around midnight to gain the weight that I need to gain.
A few minutes later, it was time to check my progress. I was almost halfway there. A few hours later, I went to the House of Carbs, aka Panera. I got my order and it was time to get the next meal started.
To all the unfortunate souls out there that are on low-carb diets, I dedicate this next meal to you.
If you thought the last meal was high carb, get ready for this one. After making some spaghetti sandwiches, I thought, why not make some mac and cheese sandwiches? I was gonna be trying these out for the first time, along with Panera's giant bear claw. I also got some of their M&M cookies as well. And since it was cold outside, I got a bread bowl filled with mac and cheese and broccoli cheddar soup.
The time right now is currently 4:20, and it's time for meal number 3 to begin. All right, everybody, it's time to get this started. In 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Believe it or not, this mac and cheese sandwich was remarkable.
That is so unnecessarily delicious.
With the saltiness of the mac and cheese and the slight amount of sweetness in the Wonder Bread, this was an amazing combo. But the mac and cheese sandwich was nothing compared to the spaghetti sandwich. Regardless, I made quick work of these.
All right, our sandwiches are down. I decided to keep it healthy with some broccoli cheddar soup. You know, we gotta get our veggies in.
Overjoyed at the fact that I'd actually gotten a serving of vegetables in for the day, I finished off the broccoli cheddar soup.
You know, I had someone ask me the other day if I'd ever give up carbs.
Obviously, they couldn't see that I'm a carb lover. If you love carbs as much as I do, grab an I Heart Carb sweatshirt, link in bio.
Give up carbs? Over my bread body.
After my pathetic joke, I decided I wanted to get some more sodium in by dipping Panera's bread in some of their chili. This combination was fantastic, but it was nothing compared to what I had next.
Now I'm gonna head on over to their bear claw.
Let's just say that this bear claw was everything I needed.
Bro.
The best part was the sugary almond filling on the inside. I made quick work of this before moving on to the next item.
That was literally one of the best bear claws I've ever had in my life.
I really didn't need to eat these chips, but with all the bread I had just taken down, I wanted something crunchy.
Now I can finally get to the best thing at Panera. Their wonderful, their glorious M&M cookie. If you love M&M cookies as much as I do, drop a cookie emoji down below in the comments.
I thought the bear claw was good.
W. Oh, W.
Needless to say, these cookies were absolutely delicious. Speaking of delicious, if you hit that like and subscribe button right now, I heard that every cookie you eat for the next 5 years will taste just as delicious as this was. After finishing the first 2 cookies, everything all started to hit me.
Ooh.
I knew I needed to make the most of this meal, so I decided to finish off the rest of the cookies and take down as much Sunny D as I could.
That was very filling. Yep, I have quite the bread baby going on right now. Ooh.
At the end of meal 3, I was almost 70% of the way to my goal. Unfortunately, I only had a few hours left. I decided that my earlier plan of eating only tasty food wasn't gonna work. If I was gonna complete this challenge, I needed food that was high in water content. And if I was gonna survive the aftermath of this challenge, I needed an essential. With all the food I had inside of me, and for what I was gonna get after this grocery haul, I needed something else very important. A few minutes later, I paid Wendy's a visit.
I'm here for one thing and one thing only. Can I get 3 vanilla Frosties, please?
3 vanilla frosties.
Thank you. So before I get into this meal, I just want to say something. Please don't ever attempt to do anything like this, ever. This is pure stupidity. So everyone, I have my scale off to the side over here because I'm gonna weigh in after this meal. I have quite a bit of work left in this challenge if I'm gonna be able to get to 31 pounds. Right now, I just feel very full and slightly disgusted with myself. Let's get crazy. Oh, that is tasty. I'm actually just gonna start with this.
The bitterness of this beer was everything I needed. But the last few pounds of this challenge were going to be the hardest ones.
3, 2, 1. I feel so healthy.
Watermelon has an incredible amount of water in it, which is mainly why I chose it for this meal.
Whew. Go after these lime and jalapeno ruffles. Okay.
There was no purpose for the ruffles other than to help with flavor fatigue.
We gotta get into this mango bowl next. You're probably all super curious as to why I have fruit on the table. Well, you know, I just gotta keep it healthy.
The fresh mango tasted absolutely amazing. But after a few minutes, all of the food hit me. It felt like my digestion had stopped completely.
That's not feeling too good. Ooh. Go big or go home.
And not only had my digestion stopped working completely, but my microphone also did as well.
It feels like I'm 27 months pregnant right now. Ooh.
But I continued on anyways.
No more mango. It all literally just like hit me like a freight train. I mean, I wasn't feeling the greatest before this, but now I'm feeling exceptionally terrible. To add to the fact that I'm feeling exceptionally terrible, with more terribleness, AKA deliciousness, I have the all new Doritos dips right here. Let's go with the nacho flavor first. Boom.
To add to the gastrointestinal mess that was going on in my stomach,
That's good.
I for some reason decided to eat this Dorito dip.
That is spicy, man. Wow.
After a few minutes of eating the nacho dip, I moved to the Cool Ranch dip. Let's just say I much prefer the Cool Ranch dip.
All right. My mouth has just been obliterated right now by spice. So now I'm really gonna cool off with one of my favorite things on planet Earth, Frosty. Frosties.
As I was running out of stomach space, I realized that the only chance I had of completing this challenge was to get down as much liquid as I could.
Oh man. I think I've said oh man like 8 billion times.
After getting it in the next Frosty, I needed to check and see where my progress was.
Second Frosty is down. Just because I'm curious, I need to check my body weight.
I was 2.7 pounds away from my goal.
Really, dude?
With how full I was at this point, I wanted to get this challenge over as soon as possible. After some more calories, it was time to weigh in again.
That's about all I can take right now. All right, one more time. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right, everybody. Well, unfortunately, I'm just a bit near capacity right now. It's about 8:45 right now. And we're almost at the 27-hour mark. So what I think I'm gonna do is hang out for a little while and then come back, and then hopefully I can get to my goal weight.
4 hours later, it was time for the final push. And no, I don't mean that kind of push.
It's about 12 o'clock in the morning right now. Looks like we have about 45 minutes left. Oh. I feel like this food baby needs a name. Comment down below what name you think it should be. 3, 2, 1.
With less than 45 minutes remaining, time was running out.
Tell you what, everybody. Yeah, actually, you know what? I just don't even know what to say anymore. There he goes down.
After a few more sips of liquid, the next weigh-in crushed me. I was 0.1 pounds away from my goal. But after weighing in, I remembered that I had to account for the weight of my phone.
38 minutes left.
After making my way through the Frosty, I knew that I had to be at the 31-pound mark.
This one's for you guys. You gotta be there. Yes. We've done it. Oh, 31 pounds in under 31 hours. No one in this entire world celebrates weight gain like I do.
Total calories consumed, 28,460. This food challenge was almost as insane as the 50,000 calorie cheat day challenge. Be sure to go check that out next if you haven't seen it already. If you love food challenges and want to see more just like this one, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, give the video a like, and I'll see you all in the next food challenge. Bye everybody.